As Hector Ayala's niece Angela wakes up in the hospital, she tells the police that she was saved by Daredevil and informs them on how to find Muse's lair. And while I thought it was a bit weird to learn that Daredevil didn't direct the police to Muse's lair himself, I guess I can believe that he was more concerned about Angela's health, on account of all the blood that she was losing. Either way, once Fisk learns about Daredevil's return, he immediately sends his anti-vigilante task force after him. Along with Muse, of course, because we learn that the primary suspect for Muse is a troubled young man named Bastion Cooper, who recently became a patient of therapist Heather Glenn, meaning that both Murdock and Fisk have a personal stake in finding Muse. Luckily for them, both Murdock and Fisk's task force find paintings of Glenn in Muse's lair, which lead them both to independently go and save her. Now, again, I'm not sure how Daredevil could see the physical details of a two-dimensional painting, but whatever, I guess. Heather also realizes that Bastion is Muse during one of their therapy sessions, but Muse knocks her out unconscious in order to make another one of his art pieces. Thankfully, Daredevil finally arrives at Glenn's office to rescue her, resulting in an awesome and action-packed fight between Daredevil and Muse. That fight does come to a surprisingly short end, however, as Glenn manages to shoot Muse before suddenly passing out herself. And I have to admit that I was rather sad to see Muse die. Not that I feel bad for his character or anything, but his graphic and violent nature really made him stand out against plenty of other Marvel villains. So I actually would have liked seeing more of his vicious and cruel character. I only wish that other violent and vicious Marvel villains would be depicted as properly as Muse was. Regardless, Murdock manages to stabilize Glenn and leave before Fisk's task force arrives, and even though people know about Daredevil's involvement with stopping Muse, that doesn't stop Fisk from giving all the credit to his task force. Blake even threatens BB to remove any mentions of Daredevil's involvement in the incident from her blog. I mean, talk about spreading fake news. Fisk and his team are literally trying to manipulate and distort reality in order to enforce their own agenda. I told you this show was political, but while it may be a little on the nose, I can't help but to enjoy it. Because, politics aside, this is a really damn good show in and of itself. And given how much action has been present in these past few episodes, I don't see how any fan of Daredevil couldn't be enjoying this series. But this episode also showed us that Daredevil's return has real consequences on Murdock's life. Because not only did Glenn pick up on his emotional distance, but now Cherry wants nothing to do with him either. And now that Fisk has declared his own task force to be heroic, it won't be long until they actually manage to hunt him down. So it'll be interesting to see where this story is going to take Murdock. But before the episode comes to an end, we see that couples therapy hasn't really been working for Vanessa, as she seemingly sends a goon to go down and assassinate Fisk. Being the street-savvy person that he is, though, Fisk manages to anticipate the move and has his own man kill the goon instead. And he doesn't even flinch. He's so chill about the matter that his first thought is to actually bring some food home for his wife. The guy is fucking nuts, and I absolutely love it. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what kind of chaos will ensue in the penultimate episode of Daredevil Born Again once it gets released on Tuesday.